The 911 call crackled with panic, the urgency in the caller's voice unmistakable. A father's desperate pleas for his missing daughter pierced the silence of the small Ohio town, his voice a haunting echo in the quiet streets. Mingming Zhao, his voice thick with fear and desperation, reported 5-year-old Ashley missing from their family-owned restaurant, a place that had always felt safe. It was January 2017, and the disappearance sent shockwaves through the tight-knit community of North Canton. Neighbors who had known the Zhao family for years were left in disbelief. Ashley, with her bright eyes and infectious laughter, was a familiar face at the restaurant. She often played amongst the tables, bringing joy to patrons and staff alike. Her presence was a ray of sunshine in the bustling eatery. Now she was gone, vanished without a trace, leaving behind an emptiness that was palpable. The police arrived at the restaurant, the air heavy with the scent of soy sauce and fear. Officers moved quickly, setting up a perimeter and beginning their investigation. Mingming, his face etched with worry and exhaustion, recounted the last time he saw Ashley. She had been napping in the back room, he said, a haven away from the bustling restaurant. He had checked on her just moments ago, only to find her bed empty, a parent's worst nightmare come true. The room, once a place of comfort and rest, now felt cold and foreboding. Mingming's heart raced as he searched frantically, calling out her name in vain. His wife, Mingling, stood beside him, her face pale and drawn. She too seemed bewildered by their daughter's sudden disappearance. The couple clung to each other, their shared grief and fear evident in their eyes. The restaurant, once a symbol of their hard work and dreams, was now the epicenter of a mystery. Crime scene tape fluttered in the wind, a stark contrast to the vibrant life that once filled the space. The community rallied around the Zhao family, their hearts heavy with concern. Candlelight vigils were held, prayers were whispered, and hope was kept alive in the flickering flames. Volunteers fanned out across the town, searching parks, streets, and wooded areas, desperate for any sign of the little girl. The search efforts were relentless, driven by the collective hope of finding Ashley safe. Missing person posters bearing Ashley's sweet face appeared on every street corner, a constant reminder of the tragedy that had befallen them. Her innocent smile looked down from telephone poles and shop windows, urging everyone to keep looking. Days turned into weeks, and the hope of finding Ashley safe and sound began to dwindle. The once vibrant search efforts began to slow, replaced by a somber acceptance of the grim reality. The police, their investigation leading down dead ends, grew increasingly suspicious of the Zhao's inconsistent accounts of that fateful day. Every detail was scrutinized, every statement re-examined. The parents, once objects of sympathy, were now under the scrutiny of a community clinging to hope. Whispered conversations and suspicious glances followed them wherever they went. The restaurant, once bustling with activity, stood silent, a grim reminder of the little girl who once graced its floors. The laughter and chatter had been replaced by an eerie silence. The aroma of spices and sizzling food was replaced by the bitter scent of fear and suspicion. The kitchen, once the heart of the restaurant, now felt like a cold, empty shell. The laughter of children, once a familiar melody, was now a painful echo in the hearts of the townspeople. The playground, once filled with joy, now stood as a silent testament to the loss. The American dream, so vividly pursued by the Zhao family, had morphed into a waking nightmare, leaving a community grappling with the unthinkable and searching for answers in the face of unimaginable loss. The family portrait, once a symbol of happiness and unity, now seemed to capture a moment forever lost in time. Mingming and Mingling. Zhao had arrived in America with stars in their eyes. Like many immigrants before them, they craved a better life, a chance to achieve the elusive American dream. They poured their hearts and souls into their restaurant, a testament to their hard work and sacrifice. The aroma of their authentic Chinese cuisine filled the streets, beckoning customers and weaving their story into the fabric of their adopted town. Ashley was their pride and joy, born into the promise of this new life. The restaurant thrived, a testament to their resilience and entrepreneurial spirit. They worked tirelessly, side by side, their days long and arduous, but filled with the satisfaction of building a future for their daughter. Ashley, growing up amidst the clatter of dishes and the murmur of satisfied customers, was a bright spark in their lives. She was a constant reminder of the dreams they held close, the hopes they nurtured for a brighter tomorrow. Her infectious laughter echoed through the restaurant, a symphony of joy that resonated with both the family and their patrons. But behind the facade of the successful family business, cracks began to appear. The pressure of running a restaurant, the long hours, and the constant struggle to make ends meet took their toll. The strain on their relationship was palpable, the weight of unspoken words and simmering resentments casting a shadow over their home. The American dream, once so close, seemed to slip further away, leaving them grappling with disillusionment and a growing sense of despair. The once vibrant colors of their aspirations faded into the gray monotony of their daily struggles. The whispers started soon after Ashley's disappearance. Townspeople, once quick to offer support, now exchanged uneasy glances. The Zhao's conflicting stories, their shifting alibis, and their seemingly emotionless demeanor fueled speculation. The once unwavering belief in their innocence wavered. The community, grappling with the possibility that the monster they sought was not a stranger lurking in the shadows, but someone they knew, someone they had welcomed into their midst, began to question everything. The American dream, once a beacon of hope, now seemed like a cruel illusion, shattered by the dark reality that had descended upon their town. The investigation intensified, the scrutiny on the Zhao family growing with each passing day. The police, their suspicions piqued by inconsistencies in the parents' stories, began to focus their attention inward on the family itself. The investigation took them deep into the heart of the Zhao household, peeling back layers of carefully constructed normalcy to reveal a disturbing truth. The pressure mounted, pushing the family to the brink as the walls of their carefully constructed facade began to crumble. The cracks in their story widened under the relentless pressure of the interrogation room. Mingming, his composure cracking, offered conflicting accounts of his whereabouts on the day Ashley vanished. Mingling, her silence speaking volumes seemed to shrink under the weight of the detective's gaze. The more they spoke, the more they contradicted themselves, their stories unraveling like a poorly woven tapestry. The truth, hidden beneath layers of deceit and desperation, began to surface. The community watched with bated breath as the investigation unfolded. The restaurant, once a place of warmth and community, now stood as a silent sentinel to a family's unraveling. The aroma of spices, once so inviting, now carried the bitter tang of betrayal. The laughter of children, once a joyous sound, was now a painful reminder of the innocence that had been stolen. The townspeople, their trust shattered, grappled with the horrifying possibility that the people they had welcomed into their midst, the family they had embraced as their own, were responsible for this unspeakable tragedy. The truth emerged slowly like blood seeping from a wound. Under the relentless pressure of the interrogation, Mingming broke. His confession, delivered in a broken whisper, shattered the facade of the grieving father. Ashley was gone, he admitted, but not in the way they had been led to believe. She hadn't been kidnapped, hadn't wandered off. She had died in their home, a victim of a horrific act of violence at the hands of her own mother. Mingling, her silence finally broken, corroborated her husband's chilling confession. Ashley, they revealed, had been the victim of ongoing abuse, a tragic secret hidden behind closed doors. That fateful day, the abuse had escalated, culminating in a brutal beating that ended the little girl's life. Panic-stricken and desperate to cover their tracks, they hid their daughter's body, concocting a story of a missing child to deflect suspicion. Their American dream, built on a foundation of lies and deceit, had crumbled under the weight of their horrific actions. The revelation sent shockwaves through North Canton. The community, already reeling from Ashley's disappearance, was now confronted with the horrific truth of her death. The restaurant, once a symbol of the Zhao's hard work and success, became a chilling reminder of their betrayal. The laughter of children, once a familiar sound within its walls, was replaced by the deafening silence of a community united in grief and outrage. The American dream, so brutally twisted, left an indelible stain on their collective conscience.